Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. Right, where did we leave this? Where did we leave this? Are we millionaires yet? 17 gold. Not millionaires yet. Slow and steady, right? Welcome back, welcome back. How are we doing, Never Too Old? Good to see you this evening. I don't do these evening streams anywhere near often enough. I enjoy a good evening stream. Let's make sure we've got everything set up. Let's make sure I don't do anything stupid. Let's get Stream Manager up and running. Let's make sure everything's looking beautiful. I think we're good. I think we're good. I've managed to reach Darkshore level 20 to 22 questing. So we are at the point now, hopefully, where we start to see the cash flow. There's a few quests over in Darkshore that we still need to do, hopefully to unlock some more. I think we've got a bit of a trek on our hands here, though. Started with a bit of a running simulator. Oh, I tell you what, I'm having a lot of fun playing Classic. I'm, in a way, I kind of wish I wasn't about to go away for Christmas for a week or a bit, since I'm kind of hooked on playing this. My mage is under-geared still, and I haven't decided in what order I want to do this. I kind of probably should just go to the auction house and buy a basic set of, like, slightly better gear. It doesn't need to be ludicrously good. I don't need to spend lots of gold, but getting stuff that is better than flipping level 11 might not be a terrible idea. Just pump my intellect more than anything else. That's what I'm seriously lacking. More intellect equals more damage, equals more armor, equals more good. We want to try and get Arcane Blast to do as much damage in one go as humanly possible. I've spotted, though, on the old grapevine, admittedly I saw this on Twitter, that people are losing their minds over the fact that there's imbalance in Classic. It's like, are people under a rock? Do they not know that Classic is seriously not balanced? Like, seriously broken level balance? There seems to be a load of controversy going on the Twitter sphere over the fact that melee is just dominant right now, and that any spellcaster is seriously lacking. And it's like, yes, welcome to Classic. How is that a surprise to people? It goes to show, right? It goes to show just how many people who are playing this, though, now have not had that much experience of Classic before, and that this is their first adventure into it. Because anybody that's even like, we're not even talking about old school sweaties who were playing back in vanilla. No, just people who've played Classic in the last few years are very aware that melee is super dominant, because physical damage owns at this point in the game. People up in arms about the fact how it's not balanced and what Blizzard are going to do to balance it. If you want to do lots of damage, play a rogue. That's just what Classic is. That always was vanilla. If you want to do lots of damage, play a rogue or a hunter. GG. I don't know. People go into, I think people's expectations are a bit loopy-doopy, but it's all fun and games. I honestly think what the best thing most people could do is stop paying so much attention to the meta and the social media side of things. Now, I know that's very stupid for somebody like me to say who is currently streaming, but the less you pay attention to what everybody else thinks about this game, and the more you come up and draw your own conclusions, and preferably base it on some of your own experiences, the better off you are, for sure. Why are we not handing that one in? Why is it not what? Why are we not handing that one in? There we go. Enter the Master's Glaive. Right, I don't I genuinely don't remember this questline. Grizzled Thistlebears, Fine Moonstalk. Oh no, I do remember this one. Oh yeah, I remember this one. I remember this being a pain. Because there's never enough bears. There's a bear. There's a bear. Doesn't it only give crit and mana, not straight bigger damage casts, which come from spell damage? Something along those lines. Either way, mana. Either way, mana wins. Either way, mana wins. I mean, more crit is more damage, isn't it? Really, let's be real. So indirectly, it's more damage. Over the period of a fight, it should, you know, if you crit more often, you should do more damage. That's the logic. So I think int is pretty much king. Stro, how we doing? Welcome in. Good evening to you. And Chalida, of course, reporting in for the lurkage. Appreciate it. I do, as always. Thank you, thank you. No, Warlock, don't tag. Oh, you son of a bitch. Well, that's your problem now. Stro, is this my monthly evening stream? Is this what it is? Is this my monthly evening stream? Crit's nice, but just comparison to being different stats as for agility to hunters. Yeah, I mean, the main controversy that seems to be floating around, which even though I don't believe it's a controversy at all, is the fact that, surprise, surprise, physical damage seems to run true. It's like, wow, okay. Yeah, it always did. That's classic. Casters have always been at a vast disadvantage, especially at level 25. This is why they're pumping spell power on a bunch of gear, because otherwise casters are starting to struggle. But all of a sudden your mages don't care as much because now you're responsible for healing. Well, that's the plan anyway. Reporting in from retail auction house, cancel scanning, altar of decay potions up 140k already. Big numbers, congratulations. Good stuff. Good stuff. Keep it up. Must be a Christmas gift. I still have my mug. Get two-shot wrecked. Am I meant to be doing anything here other than just... No, I'm just meant to be getting here. Use the vial of crying. Scrying? Is that even a word? Click scrying bowl. Ah. Okay, sure. Destroy this item, it is no longer needed. Vial of scrying. See you later. Get out of here. Turn in Twilight Camp. The mice will play whilst the fat cats are out the house. I do wonder about this, actually, just how... I mean, it's very difficult to track, but I do wonder if there's any significant difference when there is something else going on, right? So, my most recent example of this is like when Diablo 4 came out, for example. How much of an impact, only Blizzard knows the answers to this, obviously, but how much of an impact do you think that something like Diablo 4 launching had on the player base of retail? Short term, at the very least. Where are you? Oh, you're actually here? Oh my god. This is an escort quest. How are you just chilling here? So right now, for example, I wonder how many more opportunities there are. How many people are there not posting their auctions because they're far too busy playing Season of Discovery? I mean, the example can be used many times, but Diablo 4 was just the one that came to mind to begin with. D4's impact would have been short. Yeah, D4's impact clearly didn't last very long, but they ballsed up by launching the game way too early. Dog, what is up? What is up, dog? Nothing much. What's up with you? Baldur's Gate was another one that came out and drew so much attention. I still wonder whether it actually had, you know, whether it was a noticeable effect. Because clearly Blizzard have charts and they track all of this stuff, right? I wonder just how noticeable a drop-off in the player base there actually is when something big comes out. Or whether World of Warcraft, especially retail now, has got so many, like, die-hard fans that, you know, you could drop a bomb on their house and they would still probably find time to play World of Warcraft. I wonder if it's a noticeable difference. I'm obviously assuming that they do track this stuff. You'd be surprised if they didn't, but no, don't run away. I know these escort quests are fickle. If you stand more than 5 yards from the mob, they fail on you. Are we not about to get ambushed at some point? No, we're good. Okay, cool. Collect 3 grizzled scalps. Oh yeah, this is where we need more bears. I remember this one was a pain to find the bears. No, you're a bunch of you fellas. Any bears? Any bears? I said bears, not whingy dogs. Literally just taking the dog on a walk. And yet, we get back in and she's still complaining. Oh, for anybody that was paying attention earlier, I had to give my dog a shower this morning. Because she's been I believe she's been pretty itchy. She's put her winter coat on. And so she's super fluffy. But I think that she's got quite itchy because of it. And I was thinking that's what was causing her scratching everything. She's like digging the floor. I don't necessarily know why she's digging the floor. But she's been digging the floor and I was like, well, maybe she's itchy, maybe she's uncomfortable, maybe it's just a thing. Where's this? So we gave her a shower, see if she was itchy to like unitch her. But no, it's not helped in the slightest. So I'll have to come up with another fantastic solution. That better not be a pineapple soda. I'm missing a few in the mini fridge. It's lemon Fanta. Close. Very close. Lemon Fanta. Welcome in, Zimpao. Welcome, welcome. I've taken a liking to lemon Fanta. Unfortunately, it's the sugar-free one, which doesn't please me greatly. But the a small while ago, I took the active decision to stop drinking so much sugary drinks. Primarily cut Coca-Cola out of my life completely. And so in turn, have switched it to like sugar-free soda instead, as it's a good first step. And my soda of choice currently is lemon Fanta. She's digging a den, wintertime, trying to hibernate. I kind of have the suspicion it could be like because obviously all females have their lady time, their time of the month. Obviously for dogs it's a little bit different. She goes through her phase once every 6 months or so. But it's been a few months since that. And I'm thinking that she's like nesting because she thinks she's having puppies or something. I flipping hope she's not. she's 11. She shouldn't be having puppies. But I don't know if she thinks that she is. I don't know. I don't know how dogs' brains work. I barely know how my brain works. But it's a theory. Because if a dog has puppies, aren't they like, isn't it like 3 months or something? Isn't their pregnancy like 3 months or something? I don't know. I need a vet. Somebody find me a vet in chat. There's got to be a qualified vet out there. And I'm not talking about somebody that can Google shit. An actual legitimate vet. You're making me want to re-roll Alliance? And classic, Alliance is the way forward. Alliance are best in slot in classic. It's only retail that's tainted people's opinion. We all just dig dens. Is that what it is? Clear cast. Boom! Oh, I was hoping that would crit. Double clear cast. Mana bar for days. Where's the next one? No, get off mine. Yeah, I could ask Bing or I could ask flipping ChatGPT or something, but I kind of worry it's the same sort of theory as if, you know, if you sneeze and you ask Google if you're going to die. Like, it's one of those things that you just don't Google. Often Googling is probably not the solution. When you're genuinely looking for some form of advice, I tend to ignore the internet. Seek the assistance of a professional. Although the likelihood is said professional probably learnt from the internet nowadays, so it's you win some, you win some. Okay, grizzled bear.
Let's make sweet, sweet
Nobby,
crust.
my man. 11 months. Almost a year. Very close. Very close. Welcome in. Good evening to you. Very close indeed. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. All ready for Christmas, Nobby. Nice casual Christmas, I would hope. Nobody needs stress at Christmas. This is why doing this quest on my hunter a week or two ago was so painful, because these bears seem to just not drop. Their drop rate seems to be terrible again. Oh yes, last day at work was today, all done, beer in hand. Sounds the dream. I got some beers in the fridge actually. It might be a cheeky Manthius after dark. Maybe a few beers this evening might not go amiss. Right, now we got to find some Moonstalker pelts. Moonstalkers. These are mostly found down the very bottom of this zone, but they have their cubs with them, which makes them doubly annoying. Oh, bonus bear. Go away. Don't need bonus bear. Last day for me too, indeed. Chardonnay in hand, pizza on the way. Oh, sounds wonderful. All of you've taken half a week off. Good effort. Good effort, boys and girls. Well done. Start Christmas nice and early. My plans for Christmas, at least in terms of streaming, tomorrow is Thursday. We'll stream as normal tomorrow. Friday is a little bit 50-50. I have my suspicions that Mrs. Manthias might have a task list as long as my arm for me on Friday, as we are starting to get guests on Friday evening for Christmas. So we, the usual, you know, clean the house, do the shopping, you know, put some pants on, all of that sort of stuff that you have to do when family comes round. The basics, you know. We're mostly set, though. We're mostly ready. We've done the main food shop, so that's all good. It's just, you know, those last little bits and pieces that you can't do you have to do last minute. Your fresh bread and stuff like that. The ham is thawing. I took the ham out the freezer yesterday, so that should be ready for me to cook at the weekend. Do not forget to buy toilet paper. Always need more. That's true. That's actually a good reminder. Yeah. I think there's going to be... Obviously, there's me and Mrs. Manthias. But I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 additional. If my quick napkin maths in my head is correct. So yeah, it's going to be quite a full house. So yeah, bonus toilet paper at the ready. Smart move. It's a very smart move. Order pizza for delivery on Sunday. Job done. That works. You'll go through reams of toilet paper. It'll be like flipping COVID all over again. There'll be a global toilet paper shortage. Studio's going to be occupied by the guests then. Yeah, there'll be a few people staying in the studio. We've got a couple of guest bedrooms in the main house, so we can fit people in. We can fit people in, just about. This was the luxury of buying a house bigger than we should have done. When it comes to putting people up for the night, it's not a problem. Get wrecked, runt. Okay. House party stream? Probably not. But it could be. I mean, it's an interesting thought. I'm pretty sure the vast majority of guests may not necessarily. I mean, to be honest, half the people have no idea really what it is I do. For me to then stick a camera in their face and go, say hi to the internet, they might just fall apart. Worse than that, they might say something stupid. You know, I have to try very, aggressively to not say something stupid. I'm somewhat PR trained in that regard. Put randomers on stream. Whew. Especially random people of the older generation. Sheesh. Might say something ludicrous. Did you try Satisfactory Update 8? I know you went balls deep into... I was thinking about it. It's on my list, and unfortunately, yeah, you're right. Season of Discovery kind of got in the way of that. But Season 8, I'm probably... sneak peek for 2024. Early 2024, expect a playthrough of Satisfactory at some point. Whether I choose to do it on stream again or whether I try and turn it into something for YouTube, I've not quite decided. But both Satisfactory Update 8 and Dyson Sphere program, whatever I can never remember what it is. Is this a fucking great big sword? Has this always been here? Is this the what sword? Is this Classics what sword? Has this always been here? I don't remember this. Maybe it has been here. So this is the what sword before there was a what sword. Clever. I like. We have 6 extra beds and a boat in the backyard. Kids stay in the boat for Xmas. They love staying on their own. Chuck in a bottle of vodka and let them sort themselves out. Job done. That's how it worked. Put it out, be a king. Manthina would be a queen, I'll let you know. Only 12-year-olds think that there's no problem to climb down a ladder to go to the bathroom. Oh dear, okay. Yeah, the DSP fighting update's out now too. Yeah, see, there's big updates in that sort of factory sim world. Satisfactory Season 8, DSP's had a big update that I'm keen to have a little bit of a look at. It's been a couple of years since I played DSP. I played it when it very first released and have not played it since yet. I've been kind of waiting for a prime opportunity to do it. There's a good chance, it depends kind of if and as and when I get alpha for the new expansion. If we can get into the alpha, dare I say it, the alpha is likely to keep me quite busy. But outside of the alpha, in between Season of Discovery and retail patches, there could be some good opportunity to go and play some other games. I've not quite decided. We looked at the roadmap for 2024. Well, Blizzard released their roadmap for 2024, and it looks like it's going to keep us quite busy, which is pleasing. I'd much rather there be more stuff to do than less, because nobody likes being bored nowadays, do they? So, what I really would like to find, though, regardless to all of this, is a couple of goddamn fine Moonstalkers. Who's hidden all the Moonstalkers? Well, we know full well now that Season 4 is going to be a fated season, so there's not going to be a new zone at all by the looks of things. There's a few things to come in retail, but I tend to think they're going to be flash in the pan things. They're things that will keep us busy for a few days, a week, tops. The way retail sort of structures nowadays. Retail structure is very arcadey, very dip in and out, which gives us a good opportunity to go do other things, which I'm kind of fond of, to be honest. I can't lie. I kind of wanted this from World of Warcraft for a long time, for them to do sort of content, or to produce good quality content, but to not do dirty things to try and desperately keep you active in the game all the time. Give you the opportunity to go do what you want to do what you want, complete what you want, and then have the chance to put the game down and go consider doing something else. Oh, this is the one that's broken, isn't it? Isn't this one like stuck in the wall or something? You can target it, but it's not actually. You can't get it. Or is there a secret entrance or something in here? No, this one's just scuffed. You can't get to that one. It's an illusion. I'm happy if it allows for a side hustle of other games. Main hype will now be sort of alpha sneak peeks. I think that's pretty much my aim and my goal, I think, now. to sort of, you know, play around with retail as and when there's something new to play around with, but to slowly start figuring out how I can tie in some other bits and pieces. I love retail to bits. I love World of Warcraft to bits. But retail is now not a game that is going to keep me busy 24/7, I don't think. It's certainly not until the new expansion, anyway. There'll be plenty of stuff to do when the new expansion launches, though. If you have 10 hours of fun for us to be had, let us have it in 10 hours. Simple. Also known as don't stretch that content out to 30 instead. Yeah, this is the main thing for me. I would much prefer World of Warcraft, as far as retail is concerned, to do smaller, more bite-sized chunks of content with fair expectations of that you'll play it for a few days and then you'll put it down. Any form of like unnecessary time gating, I'm less of a fan of. It's, you know, those of you that have watched me for a while will know that one of my biggest gripes with retail is their aggressive use of time gating, and I try to push back on it every time they start doing something silly. Even things that are, you know, almost staples. LFR. Why is LFR time gated? Why is the easiest mode of the game sort of restricted off from people? It doesn't make any sense, considering the type of player that's focused on. To me it's a very clear abuse of the casual player base. It's we can still abuse the casuals because they're often also not the vocal minority. The hardcore players tend to also sway into the vocal minority. You know, the people that will rage on forums often will tend to be players who are super hardcore min-maxi players at the same time. Not strictly always true, but there is definitely a crossover there. Whereas they seem to sometimes feel that the casuals can get away with doing sweatier things with the casuals because they might not complain about it, or they might not complain quite as loud. That's not to say that they get disheartened by it, but it's time gated because you can get a legendary in it. I mean, that would be true for this time, but what's the excuse for all of the other times? This is the thing. It's like, it's an excuse. It's not a reason. Oh, the excuse why, you know, is this? There's a definite distinction between an excuse and a reason. If there was a legitimate reason, fair, but there's not. Oh, the absent-minded prospector. This one's a pain in the ass. Isn't this the group one? It's an escort quest. If he's not here, somebody might be doing it. Wait until he respawns. Oh, I remember this one. This might not be quite as fun solo. Let's hope there's somebody else around that needs this one. Are we buffed? Where did we get fortitude from? I didn't see a priest. Clearly not paying enough attention. This warlock is still here. Okay, sure. Warlock felt sus to me. Turn in absent-minded. Oh, okay. Somebody's clearly... There's corpses. I see corpses ahead. Well, let's chill here for a minute until he respawns. Does he respawn or does he walk back? I can't quite remember. Somebody else might turn up as we wait anyway. Oh no, bag space. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do about this situation? Is there anything we can quickly scrap now? Let's get rid of some of this trash. Bear meat. We don't need bear meat. Starting to just delete these scrolls. I don't care for them enough. If I ever need them, I'll just buy them back again. Rotting bear carcass, you can go. Whiz bang brew, we don't need that. Spotted, oh, there's flipping fish. We need to go get some more fish later. Okay, that'll do for now. No, where's my goulash? There we go. Let's get a food buff on the go. Here he comes to save the day. Do we go single target or multi-target for this? I think I'll go single target. I can't actually believe I'm having quite as much fun playing a mage. If only I could get this same level of enjoyment from a mage in retail. 25 priest, have a buff. 21 priest, have a buff.
Well met. Holly, is that you? I need some help chiseling this stone. Hand me my stone brush. I think I see something. Hey, you're not
Right,
Holly.
let's go.
Don't suppose you've seen my stone brush? Never mind that now. I promised the League I'd send the mysterious fossil I found. Where did Holly go? So much work to be done. Now, where is that mysterious fossil? And my brush? And Holly? And who are you?
You can in Torghast with delete
so long
active
as
pet,
you're
just
here.
saying.
Let me know when you're ready to start looking.
It's a
So
different
then,
kind of
Holly?
enjoyment,
Oh,
that one.
that's right. You are
Oh,
not
there's a
Holly.
chest up there as
Where's
well.
Holly? That's beside the point. We must find that stone brush. I mean, the mysterious fossil. We must find that fossil. The Explorers League in Darnassus will want some indication as to what I've been doing. Let me know when you are ready and we will hunt down that brush. I mean fossil. We shall find something in writing to satisfy the League. So
There goes
ready,
all
eh?
of my efforts to clean my bags out. What did we just pick up that I really don't need? Some of you. I need to remember when I loot chests to not auto-loot everything, because half of them are full of absolute guff. The in-game chat. You're talking about Prospector going off on his tangent. He's more worried about squirrels than I am. Nice. Maybe we weren't in the same layer. Maybe not. Can we preemptively kill these to get them out of the way? I guess we probably can. See you later, golems.
Great to meet you.
Great to meet you. I really like this AI voice overview thing for the quest text. I just wish some of it was... I mean, this is really fussy, to be fair, but I just wish some of the accents were a little bit more believable. They're pretty good, though. You do kind of half forget. In fact, the honest thing is, and this is probably not going to please some people, you know, but I kind of don't care that it's done by AI. Like, I know I'm playing a video game. I know these are not real characters. I don't... This is... And I know this is dangerous because it feels like you're shitting on the entire industry that's already kind of at risk because of AI, but I don't care whether it's done by real people or not. It's a video game with make-believe characters. I don't need 100% like... It's like, you know, we're playing a game, you don't need photorealistic textures. I don't need human realistic voiceovers. Especially when half of the voices aren't for... Oh, fuck off, you stupid flipping Cockosaurus. Ah. I forget that he grabs aggro and dies. Flipping idiot. Okay. Last time I go on a rant. Let's try again, shall we? Oh, now the worst thing is I've got to kill my way out of it and all. Flipping hell. Right, try again. I know what you mean, but I feel bad for the voice actors that have owned their craft for many years. Yeah. How do I say this without sounding like a dick? Time moves on, right?
So then, Holly? Oh, that's right. You are not Holly.
There is definitely something to be like. If you are doing something that is seemingly able to be replicated very simply, it's I don't know.
I mean fossil. We shall find something in writing to satisfy the League. So are you ready yet?
I mean, throughout history, it's happened 100,000 times that, you know, something has come along and replaced something else from being, you know, being the best way of doing things. AI is very good, but it's not perfect. But what AI is good at is aggressively repetitive, mundane tasks like voice acting, script, you know, running scripts, which is something that is vastly expensive to get a human to do. It's that in itself is a problem. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I said, that's a risky topic because, you know, it's divisive, but stop killing flipping mob prospector. I'm hitting all the respawns from the run before as well now at the same time. I gotta be really careful. Is he... He's got full health. He's good. Yas is about too much. Things are going to respawn on us again. I know what you mean. I wish voice actors could have like a brand and then they sell that brand, kind of like the dude who did the voice for Gollum. I know AI could do it just as well, but it's... Yeah, see, this is the thing, right? It's... I mean, obviously, you couldn't particularly plan for that sort of eventuality, but you gotta, you got to understand in the direction technology goes. Technology's always going to move forward. I don't know. I think I'm going to reserve many more judgment on this topic because I know it'll annoy people. Let's keep you out of the way. Let's kill everything in sight so that if it becomes a problem, it's already dead. The caster dude it spawns here is who we need to make sure we pay attention to. So much so I might stand over here waiting for him.
What's on your mind?
Come on, Prospector Rem Travel. Do your thing. Were they a timed event spawn, or did they... They must have just spawned. Okay. Maybe we're fine this time. Don't aggro, don't aggro, don't aggro, don't aggro. Aggroed. Always wondered, is there a voice bank somewhere? I'd be creeped out if Meta sold my husband's voice and dictation either before or after. It's I don't know. I do wonder sometimes just how much information these companies do keep on us, but I'd I know full well that, I'm not that I think that I would be targeted in any way, shape or form of something like this, but I know just by proxy of the fact that there is, by this point, quite literally hundreds of hours of my voice on the internet. So, in the scenario, and this is why celebrities especially, I think, have quite a problem with this, that there's so much content. I reckon somebody who streams, or in fact, yeah, definitely somebody who streams is almost at more of a risk than anything else, right? Even if you do YouTube, there's lots of content of you, but obviously it's usually in shorter chunks. If you're streaming, there is probably countless hours of content on the internet. So to do a voice replica of you, an AI has got so much reference, it's going to get it spot on. And in the hands of the wrong people, I think I was flicking through TikTok even the other day. I can't remember who it was. Somebody was saying that it was actually, what's her name? Kelly Osbourne? The daughter of Ozzy Osbourne. Was saying that it's now, she obviously may not have come up with this ingenious idea, but she was saying that it's probably very, very smart for most celebrities nowadays, or celebrity families, to have like a safe word, a word that nobody outside their family knows, a word that is never publicized, a word that is, secret, like you know, something that is genuinely within the family. Meaning that, you know, if ever some ransom phone call or something was to be made, somebody who's kidnapped or something, that you can then, if that safe word is not said, then you know that this actually could just be like AI voice, or it could be fake or something. It's kind of scary that people might genuinely need to go to that degree. Just because how clever technology's getting. Doesn't take hours though, it can be perfect with just like 2 minutes of audio. Yeah, probably. Almost undistinguishable from the real person, I'd imagine, with very little effort. That's what's kind of scary about it. That it, you know, people's dialect and mannerisms are probably not that broad. AI can probably pick up on a handful of things very quickly. Oh, quest log is full. Oh dear, how do we... okay, now this becomes a problem, because now I don't know what I can get rid of safely. A dark threat looms. Chief engineer wants you to take some smelling powder to somebody else. Okay, sure, we'll get rid of that for now. If we need it, we'll pick it up again. This nonsense we have isn't AI. There's no intelligence there at all. It's a glorified search engine on steroids. It's a glorified search engine on steroids that is still remarkably impressive in what it can do. You can easily argue, sure, that there's no actual intelligence there, but the degree of accuracy in replicating something you can't disagree with, right? I do find it kind of interesting, though, how already they're starting to notice that AI learning is getting more and more... What's the phrase they use? I think they use the phrase muddy, don't they? It's getting more muddy every day. Simply because AI is learning, you know, in its initial stage, AI was learning almost solely based upon what real human beings had wrote, or content that had been created by real humans. But because there's now already so much AI-generated content, new AI models are trying to learn off old AI-generated content. So there isn't strictly the same validation that information is even come from, you know, a human in the first place. So it's learning from incorrect information to begin with, which is also kind of scary when you think about it. But does that kind of mean that the AI model's ability to learn is almost peaked already? Because there isn't actually strictly any intelligence there. It's just learning off, it's just, you know, very cleverly pulling from data that's already there. It'd be very interesting to see if the technology's kind of already peaked. Hello guys, Manthe AI here. When we had Stanley, when Stanley was knocking about, when Stanley was here, we still got Stanley in the background, kinda. But even that was like crazy impressive. That without too much effort, I was able to set something up so that you can ask him a question and he'll respond with a personality. Remarkably reliably as well. You do seem to be having some trouble there, my friend. Allow me to boom these guys into the ground. Stanley's just a Twitch Prime sellout, though. It's a bloody good one. Oh shit, I literally targeted the right guy instantly. I didn't even realise I did that. Boom. Boom, boom, shake the room. Are we heading back to handing quests now? Good. My quest log is more than full. There are studies showing that the accuracy is mostly shit. And that differing models are already cannibalizing the information that others put on the internet. Yeah, this is a little bit the risk of it, isn't it? That it's only as good as the information it learns from. And if it learns a bunch of bullshit, then it's just going to continue to spew a bunch of bullshit, you know? Stanley's a worse sellout than McConnell, needing rent money. Stanley's not going to start playing 10-hour-long sea shanty too. That's the definition of sellout. It's clever though, I should try that sometime. The shamelessness is real. It's so shameless, it's almost not shameless. I appreciate the sellout, Stro. Appreciate it. Just in case anybody needs any links to press. Right, we'll land in these quests, and then I think it's beer o'clock, you know. I mean, it's Friday somewhere, right? That's not how days work, is it? I kind of want to burn through a bunch of these quests as fast as I can, because I need to go around and I need to pick up some of the quests for the dungeons. There's still... I think I've only done dead mines on this character. Meaning, we still have a lot of dungeon quests to go do. We have a lot of dungeons to do. Not sure entirely how much gear I actually get from dungeons. Certainly I'm not getting anything BIS particularly from dungeons, but I mean, I am running tragic level gear right now. I could definitely do with a few upgrades. Travel east a little bit more than one lap to get to Friday. Yeah, something like that.
May a loon walk with you, adventurer.
It's close.
The Temple of the Moon has come to help the troubled citizens of Oberdeen. The bones you have are from gentle sea mammals that are known to inhabit the waters surrounding.
This is 40 silver a go, though.
They had never been known to violently beach themselves
Take it.
like the threshers had been known to. Why would
Also, that means my quest log is now less in panic.
Their remains will bear the fruits of knowledge that we seek. Again, thank you for your aid. Please accept this honorarium from the Temple of the Moon. I have heard of the kinds of carriages found on the back of that turtle. Those I do believe.
Okay, she's going to run her mouth for a few minutes. I'm going to grab a beer. Back in a sec.
And in transportation of their supplies onto land. The markings on the box you found are of the Naga. Perhaps the creature you discovered was killed as it was heading further south. To Ashenvale, maybe.
Definitely non-alcoholic brown water.
To Darnassus with the rest of your discoveries.
Family friendly.
This is for you. Thank you again for your assistance. You found even more beached creatures, adventurer. Sea turtles were commonly found frolicking along the base of Nordrassel before it was destroyed. With the birth of Teldrassel, however, these creatures have been seen in ever-decreasing numbers. Some, as we have discovered,
she's still running her mouth. I need a keybind to stop the
your aid will perhaps
voice acting.
Unlock the mystery before us.
I'm sure there is one, but I haven't figured out what it is.
For the remains you have
oh, voiceover.
For
oh, it's genuinely here. Clear Q, right click. Ah, there we go.
Well, looks like you're here to more than just inquire. The citizens will be delighted to know that tonight they will sleep a little bit more soundly and safer. You've acted as the executioner of justice for the people of Oberdeen today, adventurer. For that, I would like to offer you this as a suitable reward for a true hero.
Stamina
of the Oberdin people.
spirit? How is stamina spirit an upgrade over stamina intellect? I suppose it's probably because I'm healer spec, isn't it? And so spirit is technically better for me because it goes into mana regen. And a healer without mana is well, pretty useless. I'm not going to worry too much about upgrading a level 14. We'll find something better than that. Is there something here that... Okay, well, fine. We'll take it either way.
Watch over you.
Sure. Sure. Not sure I believe it, but sure. We have trust in Zygor. Zygor does not let us down. 3 strange dust. Take that. Winning. Winning. Right, what else are we doing? Turning in Lost Master. $21 gold. We're rich. Balling.
Peace. Adventurer, I've come to find out how rampant the effects of Fel Moss are throughout Darkshore. The corruption of Teldrassil and our surrounding lands really concerns the druids of the Cenarian Circle and all Night Elves. It is my goal to find out why this has happened and to put an end to it. These will do nicely, Adventurer. I shall set to work on the cloak immediately. Give me a few moments, then return to me.
This one quest was worth a whole gold.
After you've
I'll
used
take it.
the enchantment on the cloak, you'll be limited in your interactions with others. If you can help it, do no more than speak to others. Much more than that could dispel the illusion.
Illusion? Who now?
Farewell. The cloak is complete, Adventurer. The time has come to find Volkor. I can only hope we are in time. The cloak's magic, once invoked, will not last long, perhaps 5 minutes. It will be up to you.
Oh
to know
no,
when to use
timed
it.
quest.
I would suggest waiting until you find Grimclaw. If what he has told me is true, you will find his master in a cave south of here. Grimclaw will be alongside the road waiting for you. Signal to him by waving when you see him.
Oh, this is the one where you get the option to like fight your way back or stealth your way back. And there's a reason why you do one and not the other. I can't remember what it is though. Zygor tells me in a minute. Zygor has the answer. We're clearing Darkshore requests though, which is good. There's not too much more on our map at this point.
Thank the stars, Prospector Rem travel is safe. I told you he was absent-minded. I can't believe he insisted on staying there with all of those horrible creatures lurking about.
So, the Prospector wants to send the mysterious fossil to the Explorers League in Darnassus? I don't feel right leaving Darkshore without him. Here, Adventurer, deliver the mysterious fossil to Chief Archaeologist Grey Whisker in Darnassus.
Off to Darnassus then. For 69 silver. Giggity giggity. Strength, int, spirit. No upgrades.
Keep your feet on the ground.
No upgrades. Right, what's next? What's next? It's this part again. Oh, it's this quest. It's this quest. The Blackwood grain sample. We know what comes after the Blackwood grain sample, don't we? Can we vendor off some stuff real quick? Give me anybody that wants to be a vendor. You're not a vendor.
To find out how rampant the effects of Fel Moss are throughout Darkshore.
You a vendor? Ah, flipping out. Find me a vendor.
Lands really concerns the druids of the Cenarian Circle and all Night Elves.
One of you lot is a vendor, surely. Here we go.
What's on your mind?
Smooth pebbles. See you later. That's actually a fossil. We need to keep that. The irony in a gold bar not being worth a single gold We've pointed that out before, haven't we? A silver ore. The irony that a single piece of silver ore is likely to be worth more than a whole gold bar. Wow, wow, wow. Enchanted Moonstalker Cloak. Transform into a Moonstalker, become invisible for 5 minutes. Oh, that's clever. Oh, I remember why we need that. Let's not disenchant that then. Oh god, my bags are actually just full of stuff I do genuinely quite need. Alright then. Inventory issues remain. Let's go get us some blackwood grain sample, shall we? And then a blackwood nut sample. I can't say that with a straight face. Such a child. Although, to be honest, if I was a child, I'd hopefully not know what that means. It's kind of one of those Simpsons jokes again, isn't it? Only funny if you understand. Oh, researching the corruption. Oh, they've put raid quests in now. Ah, Baron Aquinas raid quest. Oh, I didn't know they'd put raid quests in. I still feel bad. I haven't done the raid yet. I haven't done the raid. I kind of feel as if I should put together a raid night. But the issue is pre-Christmas. I'm running out of time. Because I either do it tomorrow on stream or it may never happen. This is kind of half the reason why I am somewhat on the lookout for somebody that's willing to do officer-related duties. Where do we get this? These are just the Nells. We don't need to kill these lot. Can we snake our way through here without causing too much aggro? Maybe, maybe. Smooth so far. Click Blackwood Grain Stores. You will be attacked. Okay. Where even is it? Oh, this thing. Oh, I remember now. I wonder if it's worth cleaning out some of the zone first. How many of these guys are considered casters? That's my problem. Right, what's going to attack me? That's the question. Aha! Apparently not really anything. They got you on the SOD hype train, eh? A touch, a little bit. I would not say I am totally hooked. No, that's a big fat stinky lie. I'm absolutely obsessed. I see, even when they announced Season of Discovery, it piqued my interest. Because those that know that my opinion on Classic is very simple. Like, I didn't really fall into the Classic trap particularly, mostly on the basis that Classic, I had nostalgia from actually playing Classic, right? And I was quite content with keeping that nostalgia in the category of nostalgia. See, and this is why some of the others, like Season of Mastery, didn't appeal to me too much. It was just too similar. Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, that sort of stuff didn't really appeal to me all that much. But actually, now this is classic with enough of a twist that it feels semi-new, even though it's kind of really not. Which is, yeah, I like. I like. That's very true. I like. I didn't have you down as a classic guy for those reasons, but introducing new stuff makes you get on board. Well, the retail is arcade, classic is MMORPG. We've had similar discussions on stream the last few days, but like for me, retail is very arcadey. You dip in and out of it now, you blast, you pump, you min-max, and then you go on your way, right? You're off, right? You do your thing. I don't mind that. In fact, in most cases, I quite like that. The fact that you can play retail, play it as much as you want, progress as much as you want, and then you can put it down and you can go do other stuff. Whereas classic is more that sort of like RPG. You play the game, it takes so long to level your characters, you do genuinely get quite invested in them. Because you get invested in them, you care a lot more about them. It's so hard to care about a character in retail because it takes you 3 minutes to make a new one. It doesn't matter. I did some rough napkin maths. It takes you, significantly longer. Let's say you want to get an alt up to the same point as you have your main in terms of its access and ability. It takes you a fraction of the time to level a brand new character, but it takes you exponentially longer to get that character things like its reputation stuff. They're working better on this. They're making things far more account-wide. But the general speed of retail is very, very quick. And there comes a time where you just like a slower experience. And Classic has that in abundance. I know it makes me sound like I'm a real Classic Andy at this point, but I almost don't compare the two as like even the same game anymore. Classic is classic, retail is retail. Should really kill this thing, shouldn't I? It's only got 5 flipping health. Here we go. Get our Blackwood nut sample. There it is. We need a fruit sample. We need to get over this way. I mean, it almost feels like comparing, I don't know, what would be an equivalent. It's hard to even come up with an equivalent, but comparing retail and classic is like comparing like Forza and GTA 5. Terrible example, but you know how they're like just totally different games. Sure, you play them both on the same console, but that's about as similar as they are. They share the same name, but that's about all they share. Maybe I wasn't going to get attacked. Sure. Talisman of Corruption. Use the filled cleansing bowl. Kill Zabraxis. He appears nearby. Click on the demon bag. What the hell is it talking about? This thing? Requires the bonfire. Okay, well let's clear some space. How deep into the goblin stuff have I been getting in Season of Discovery? Honestly, not very far. My goblin reactivities are very limited so far. Partly the reason I leveled this mage, actually, was to try out the AoE farming. We leveled this character from 14 to 25 entirely by doing AoE farms, which was new for me, but quite fun, But no, I'm honestly not that heavy into the goblin stuff. I probably will do, but I'm having a lot of enjoyment at the moment, leveling up and just playing the game. I think we've got plenty of time to be doing goblin stuff, so I'm not in any rush, let's put it that way. What the Christ? I'm glad I don't need to kill these. Oh, they all become friendly. Oh, he's not friendly. You not friendly. You die. How have I not done this quest before? How did I not do this on my hunter? Maybe I skipped over this one on my hunter because it was... In fact, I don't know why I skipped over this one on my hunter. I think my plan probably is a couple of characters. Get a couple of characters up. We've got 25 hunter, 25 mage. I'm thinking 25 paladin might be nice. Round off, the, you know, with a trio of characters. That will have to come after Christmas, though. Maybe get a trio of characters. Get the professions in order. Get the runes in order. Get them a little bit of gear. Once we're in, dare I say, I'm doing this exactly the way I tell everybody not to do this, right? You know, I always tell people that the best opportunity to make gold is do it when nobody else wants to make gold, which is right at the very beginning. There are actually some people in the guild that have like made 1,000 gold plus already in Season of Discovery, and it's because they put a lot of focus and a lot of effort into goblin stuff right from day one. I'm doing it completely the wrong way. I'm putting Goldmaking on the back burner until I've got nothing else to do. Which means I'll fall into the same category as everybody else, that I'll just constantly feel poor. But I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
A group of warlocks has taken up residence around
without sounding weird. It's kind of interesting feeling poor in World of Warcraft.
But I was afraid that I might miss something while I was away. Delgren suspected such a company might be gathering at the tower, but did not know why. A few scraps of parchment that the warlocks carry found their way to my hands.
Very much so.
But I need more to complete the puzzle. I warn you not to venture into the tower, however. The warlocks there are much more powerful.
Right, don't fuck with big warlocks. I get it, sure. Loud and clear. Let's get the parchment off these fellas. Yeah, because they're like 27 elites or something stupid, aren't they? I remember this. We can kill you lot, alright though. If you're looking for a farm character, I heard Aquatic Form Druid farming fishing poles down in Desolus is a good shout. That might die down by the time you get it leveled up, though. Yeah, that's a flavour of the month thing, isn't it? That sounds like a student video all over. I'm not really so big into farming. If I do goblin-y sort of stuff, it's usually sort of playing around with professions, doing a little bit of auction house flipping, that sort of stuff. That's more my jam. It was more intrigue than anything else, just to see how silly this mage AoE farming was. And the spoiler alert is, it's pretty funny. It's pretty silly. But also, mage healer, what the hell is that? So it was just general intrigue, really, more than anything else for this mage. And it was a cloth character. It was between this or a warlock. I know warlocks are having their shining light at the moment with being warlock tanks, but that didn't quite appeal to me as much as playing with a mage for some reason. Where's all me worn parchment? Jesus. This is the tower you need to ascend for the Paladin Warlock rune. Oh, really? Is it? Okay. I can see why this gets a touch spicy then, because you got some big boys in here. There we go. There's one. Oh, another clear cast. Quick, give me another mob. I was still happy that warriors are still just doing monstrous DPS in the raid. I mean, it's classic. You know, we were talking about this earlier on in the stream. It's like some people are getting outraged the fact that there's not that much class balance and that casters aren't doing any damage. I'm like, yeah, it's fucking vanilla. Like like they've not. There's no such thing as balance in classic. Warriors tank, priests heal. They've switched that meta up a little bit. Hunters do lots of damage. Rogues absolutely shred. Like this is the meta was meant to be known in that regard. Nobody should have gone into Season of Discovery expecting any form of balance. It's ludicrous to assume. People are just, you know, up in arms. People are making videos for YouTube clicks, though. That's partly the thing, I think, at the moment. And I don't mind them doing it because it gives me something to talk about. Alright, how do we get around here without aggroing everything? We just let you have the aggro. It's the easy solution. Don't pull aggro. Job done. I mean, I'm not a classic Andy particularly, but like even I knew that there were certain classes that are going to just absolutely shred in this.
Many thanks.
And it's level 25. This is the other thing, right? The entire this is what I like about this Season of Discovery mode. That it's just silly. It's clearly going to be broken, and sometimes broken is fun.
There is no more time to delay. Warning must be delivered to Delgrin.
So I'm all for as much silliness as they want to throw our way, to be honest.
Is a paladin who has graciously offered his assistance in defending our forests from the forces of the demons and undead. He has taught me much about the holy life and the art of battle. Delgrin must know of
Oh no, hang on, I'm not killing these dudes. What am I doing over here?
You will find him
Oh, the little objects on the ground. Okay, I can mostly ignore the mobs then.
Be swift. I fear the Darkstrand's threat grows with each passing hour.
I vaguely know what these things look like, but I can't really remember. Aren't they like little cats or something on the floor, these? Some odd little symbol thing. Yeah, I just tend to think that anybody that's outraged or even surprised that the class balance is completely out of whack clearly has never... It clearly went into this game mode with false expectations. Where are these little relics? There's meant to be little relics all over the place. I can't find any. I mean, if it's a genuine mistake, if you'd never played Classic and if you literally know absolutely nothing about the game, if you've just played retail and have seen everybody playing it and dip in, and then are somewhat surprised why your shaman is doing like 10 damage whilst there's a warrior in your group doing 200 damage, and you're like, well, what can I do to do 200 damage? The answer is you can't. if it's a, you know, in that regard, if it's a genuine mistake, then fair enough. But, you know, this is classic. Vanilla was very broken. They've changed a few things, but they've not reinvented the wheel. '25 thing I think is also great because it's easier to hop in, create a bunch of different characters, not an upfront level to 60 scenario. Don't like the class you picked, not much of a chore to get another one up to the max. Yeah, I think this is really good. The problem is I worry that that feeling is going to disintegrate once we go into phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, when the level cap rises. Honestly, I agree with you. It's one of my favourite things about Season of Discovery, that 25 is a nice level. It still takes enough effort for you to feel invested in the character, but it doesn't take so much effort. It's a really, it strikes a really nice balance. I'm one of those who thinks that leveling in retail is significantly too fast nowadays. I really, really wish they would either make that they would make leveling up a character in retail mean something. The problem is it's a touch too late in retail because people already have 20, 150 billion alts. So, you know, you can't make leveling too much slower than it already is. Otherwise, those that have already got a million characters only end up having even more of an advantage. But I kind of think that retail leveling should be slower and should mean more. And I think Season of Discovery, it takes about an hour per level on average if you're just doing it via questing and you're doing it relatively solo. There are much faster ways to level, obviously, there always are, but like if you're just playing the game, you can expect about an hour per level. A little bit more if you are doing it for the first time, maybe a little bit less if you're using a guide or following a path or something like that, but that's kind of the ballpark average, which feels about right. On top of the fact that we're going to have what feels like just enough time for even the most casual of player to have leveled up 1 or 2 characters and to have had a play by the time we move into a new phase. I think that aspect of it is so far really good. And I think their choice of level 25 for the first cap was a good one. Enough dungeons for you to have a bit of variety up to level 25. And then obviously they can make the 10-man raid to keep people busy there as well. I know those that have been more into the PvP or the Ashen Veil stuff have had some issues and some frustrations with it being a touch broken. And I you know, I'm not going to invalidate those concerns. But generally, overall, I think Season of Discovery has been a massive success. Really good. Clearly biased because, you know, out of nowhere, I've decided to spend practically 40 hours plus a week playing it, so you don't do that if you're not having fun. That's the way I look at it. Can I get relics off these dudes? I don't think I can I? I actually have to find them. So killing mobs is not going to speed this process up for me. Ooh. Oh, one of these balls works as well. Love the adventure of just walking, rediscovering the world. I think now is absolute, like I said, I think it's a critical point that if you are going to get into Season of Discovery, or even if you're on the fence, honestly now, even if you're on the fence with the festive period round the corner, if that gives you any more free time to have a little bit of a play, give it a go, genuinely, because now's the time to do it. Because that 25 cap and the fact that it shrinks the world a little bit, you play in a handful of different zones. The entire classic zones aren't available to you yet. It's a really, really good time to get into it, I think, if you are sort of thinking about it. I don't think the hype is going to be is going to follow. I think a lot of retail stuff will distract from people's attention with Season of Discovery, but the hype train is real right now. That's basically what I'm getting at here. But I still think now's the best time to get on board with it, even if you are not really decided whether you want to stick with it long term. Pick a character, level a character, see how you do. If you get the bug, you get the bug. If you don't, it's not too much of a problem. Here we go, last relic. Gotcha. Do these relics not stack or something? Is that what it is? No, it's goddamn cat figurines. Cat figurines didn't count as relics, that's why. That's why it screwed me over. I think they'll speed up the 1 to 25 experience in future phases too. I think they will. I think it'll probably... Or they have sort of claimed they'll do something along those lines. But they can increase the amount of reputation you gain from quests and stuff. But there's no excluding the fact that Classic is a bit of a running simulator for a while. Even if they increase the amount of even if they increase the amount of experience you get from quests or or from killing mobs in general, it will still take longer to get from 1 to 40 than it does take to get from 1 to 25 now. Because let's not forget, there'll be 15 normal levels. So maybe they'll make the 1 to 25 journey much faster. But there's the way that classic questing kind of works. Everything is a pre-quest to something else. So even if you do sort of take advantage of the speed boost 1 to 25 before you do 25 to 40, there's a lot of content I think in the 1 to 25 bracket you still might want to do.
A pirate's life ain't an easy
But
one, landlubber.
let's see what they do with it, you know.
About plundering and booze. Alas, me ship be sunk just offshore thanks to them pesky Threshodons. What I be needin' is me first mate back in working order. When I washed up in shore, the key for me first mate broke on the rocks and was pilfered by the beasties of Darkshore. Out of the corner of me eyes, I saw some of them Reagan crawlers, ferocious forest strider, and Murloc rummaging through.
Damn Murlocs again.
Alrighty.
Alright, I'll help you out. I'll get you your key. I don't have any inventory space. Let's get rid of this silly cat figurine. Collect the bottom of the key. What? Hang on, the key's in multiple parts. Oh, flipping hell. Wait, hang on. Kill crawlers? Ow! Flipping crabby boys have got it. Crabby boys are at it again. Oh, hang on. All my buffs have fallen off. Let's fix that. Oh, well, there's the bottom of the key straight off. You're a fossil. You're a stupid clam. Oh, now I don't have room for the clam meat even. Oh, it's all going horribly wrong. Oh, no. Oh, no. Stupid clam meat. Go away. Clam meat is the bane of my life, you know. I hope they postpone the cap increase till the end of February. I really enjoy this low-level shenanigans. My money's on late January. I think we'll get it increasing to 40 late January. I think this first phase will be about... I think they want each phase to be about 8 weeks long. So late January sort of fits. Mid-January also works though, just on the basis of the the festive period. Gives most people more time off, and for average Joe, more time off means more time to play games. so they can justify having a slightly shorter first phase. And if they want to kind of keep the hype train going, mid-January is what I feel. I don't think it'll be end of February though. I think that's too far for the first phase. Another 9 weeks on top of what we've already had, I think is maybe a touch too long. But the low-level stuff's fun. It's fun now, but I mean, I'm also cautious of the fact that I'm pumping way too hard, right? I think by this point, the acceptable thing to do is to be well on your way to your first 25 and a good idea of what you want to do when you get to 25. I think if you've done much more than that, you're in the category of sweat, really. I don't know how much playtime I've put on this character specifically, but I'm quite sure I've played for somewhere in the region of about 50 to 60 hours a week over the last few weeks, which is unhealthy, even for a content creator, and somebody that can get away with doing this more often than others. Oh, flipping clam meat, man. Your first level 25, and yeah, your first 25 and a good idea of what you want to do at if once you get 25, I think seems relatively fair at this point. What's going on over here? There's a Murloc party going on. I half feel like I should pull all of these and nuke them in one go, but I never trust Murlocs. Especially since half of them are ranged by the looks of things. Whoa, 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 hang on now. Where did he get all his health back from? I swear I nuked him. Middle of the key. Beautiful. Whoa, where's me breath gone? Drowning. Top of key. Giant forest riders. We need a third inventory space for a top of key. That'll do. I think with all my newfound wealth, we buy some bags. I think that's probably a smart move. Or we utilize our newfound wealth buying some silk and we make some silk bags for ourselves. That could be a play. That's 2 birds, 1 stone. Finish leveling up, tailoring, and get some bag problems out the way. Although as a silk bag cost more to make right now than just buying a big bag from a vendor, because aren't bigger bags like 10 gold a piece or something like that? I can't remember. Top of key, yoink. I think bag space is critical. I was lucky I had some streamer privilege with my bags on my hunter.
Hey. Avast ye scurvy sea dog, ye did it. Soon me first mate be back in working order and them beasties won't know what hit 'em. Have you seen me first mate? Landlubber, you need to find me first mate. Take this in key, puts it in his Gulliver and bring him back here to serve the captain. Them Murlocs and their chief ain't gonna be too happy once me first mate gets a hold of him.
Underwater breathing. Nearly a gold for killing it. This isn't strictly a quest that I think Zygor wants me to pick up, but it might be one I actually do. How do we do this? I can't remember. What was the quest? Find Gelek's first mate, the Threshwhacker 4100, and lead it back to Gelak. This thing. Here we go. Don't we need the key or something for this? Where's the first mate? Turn the key, start the machine. Did it do it? Where do we run this back to? Look how quickly I fall apart as soon as Zygor's not telling me what to do. Find the first mate, the Threshwhacker 4100, lead it back to Galak. Okay. Oh yeah, then it goes loopy-doopy and tries to kill everybody, doesn't it? I think. There we go.
You've proven yourself to be more than a yellow sea dog, landlubber. The captain may promote you to
Boom.
poop deck swabby if you be keeping this up.
Boom. Where'd you go? Oh, you've already run off. Doing quests for gold now. Yeah, a little bit of that. A little bit of that. Since we grinded mobs from 14 to 25, I'm playing catch up on the quests prior to that, hence why I'm doing a lot of lower level stuff. But it's actually still surprisingly worthwhile doing. It's not difficult. It's time consuming, but it's not difficult. And it's also lining my pockets with some nice starter funds. I'm not sure how far I'll push the quests on the mage particularly, because I think once I get much past level sort of 25 quests, being healer spec, it means my time to kill mobs might be a bit slower than I expect, but who knows, who knows. Dark Moon's up again. Yeah, there's a Dark Moon bag you can get, can't you? They're also being thrown up on the auction house, so it might be worth just buying one or two or something. See, this is the problem. My brain still thinks like I'm playing retail and like I've got billions of gold. I need to remember I'm poor. It means I need to do some of the legwork to get some of the rewards. A Dark Moon bag, a couple of journeymans, and it's, you know, with GG. It's not going to be that bad. 100 gold max. Right, let's turn in our Blackwood nut sample. Let's get these in the bag. Loads of quests to hand in now. Let's see. Some of these are still grey, meaning that they're unlikely to actually reward much. Although that said, right, it might be a grey quest, but it still gives us nearly a gold for the quest. By the time we vendor or disenchant the loot that comes with it, we're probably up to nearly a gold for that one quest. So it's still arguably worth doing. Getting a gold for doing a single quest is arguably easier than farming for a gold worth of materials. Obviously, the downside being is that quests are one-time rewards, so I should be doing all of this on my hunter. This is the annoying thing. Like, I'm only doing this on my mage now because I've been playing my mage all week, leveling it up. But I really should be doing this on my hunter because that's the character where it's probably easier because my pet just tanks everything and I pew pew and shit dies. I do easily 3 times the damage on my hunter. Easily 3 times the damage already. And it's not even geared. So I could get the starter capital. You know, the one thing you want to do if you were ever trying to make gold in any way, shape, or form, it's usually wise to do the thing that is the most efficient thing to do, and then use the gold to buy your way to other things. So to put that in actual words that make sense, if you're a tailor, you shouldn't farm cloth. If you're a tailor, instead of farming cloth, you should farm the thing that makes you the most gold, and then you should use that gold to buy the cloth. This is a really common mistake that you see people do. And it's, you know, if you, for example, taking skinning and leatherworking is logical, but there's also strong argument to say that you're wasting your time, because the leather that you pick up via skinning, you either use it for leatherworking or you could sell it for the gold that it's worth, and it's arguably worth the same via your leatherworking. You might be able to add some value to it if the thing that you're crafting is profitable, but most of the time it isn't.
You have fought for Oberdeen with bravery and honor, adventurer.
In spirit.
Lands, death and despair are common.
My gloves are level 11. Oh god. My gloves are level 11. That, I can't believe a pair of evergreen gloves is actually an upgrade now. That's embarrassing. Yeah, that's actually an upgrade. That's really embarrassing. Maybe that's an easier way to switch between Arcane Blast and Living Bomb. You get two pairs of the same. You'd get two pairs of the same gloves, or two very similar pairs of the same gloves, and then you can macro swapping them out. I'm still going to delete these. Right, let's hope. I mean, there's not much in my bags I actually genuinely feel I can sell. This is the issue. I need to go back to Stormwind, I think, and do some auction / bank / fixing of this problem. I know I should just mail stuff to another character. That would fix the whole problem, but...
Peace be with you. We have just begun this war to reclaim our forest from the forces of corruption. But a battle this day has been won. Adventurer, the people of Oberdeen owe you a debt of gratitude that will never be easily repaid. Please accept this along with our thanks. What we have learned here today may one day free our Furbolg friends from the shackles of torment permanently.
See you later, nut samples. No, did it not take my nut samples? Where did that wand go? Do we vendor this or do we disenchant this? 7 silver, 79 vendor. Gamble on it being worth 18 if we disenchant it. 2 strange dust. Never lucky. Okay. Where are we going? Over to Darnassus. Oh, the absent-minded prospector. We're turning that in. Okay, fine. I can do some bank / auction house shenanigans, I suppose, in Darnassus, can't I? Ooh, we need to relist auctions as well. I don't like Darnassus. The mailbox is too far away from the auction house. Goblin problems. Literally the reason I don't like a city is because the mailbox to the auction house distance is too far. Oh dear.
They are an honor.
Right, time to fly, time to pee. Back in 2 minutes, boys and girls.
Distance.
I think everybody hates that, not just the goblins. Prepping for a raid and adding a minute if you forget an item to run to the mail is annoying. Yeah, Darnassus is not super friendly for layout. Yeah, I guess most people will prep for raid in Darnassus though, because of where it is currently. You can fly there, I suppose. Yeah. I see. What a sound. A wall buff too, I suppose. Yeah, true. Looking for DPS off-heal mage BFD. Well, that's calling to me. How are, for those in the know, how are mages doing in regard to being healers at the moment? Are they a meme? Are they topping charts? Are they broken? What's the situation? I rely on smarter people than me to tell me this sort of info. Because honestly, I don't know. I didn't roll one on the basis of them being meta, but if they so happen to be, then it's a then it's a happy coincidence. They're on the chart. On the chart is a good start. Overpowered OP, I believe. Oh, are they really? Oh, okay. Could be in for a good time then. Probably trash tier until they get some gear, but probably OP once they've got some gear, right? Oh, outside the building. Flipping hell. Done myself dirty. How do we get back outside? I'll take casually overpowered though. They're ridiculously broken, so now they've been nerfed a bit, but still OP as hell. I'll take it. I'll take it then.
Oh my! Leave it to Prospector M Travel to discover such a find.
Int Spirit. Int Spirit, that's the same as what we've got. Literally, what was I saying 2 minutes ago? No, that's actually better than what we've got. That's weirdly an upgrade. No, it's not, because it's leather. Lies. That's a downgrade. Just press Alt F4, you'll get out of the building. Thanks for that. Thanks for that. Can you not see my hairline? Doesn't my hairline give away the fact that that is not going to fool me? But appreciate the effort. Well done. Welcome in. I guess we take these to disenchant them or take them to sell them. I guess we take them to disenchant them. Let's do some gamba.
This fossil bears a striking resemblance to one I once saw in Ironforge. An archaeologist by the name of Flagongut brought it to
Flagongut?
Explorers League conference.
Sure.
He believed the fossil had a power which could be unlocked somehow. Last I heard, Flagongut had holed up in the deep water
Flagongut
harbour, awaiting escort to the Welgar excavation site. Seek him out and show him Rem Travel's fossil.
Flagongut.
Perhaps he can reveal
It sounds like a relatively cheap German hooker.
Departs from Oberdeen.
I apologise to any German in chat I might have offended.
Safe travels.
No, that's not the right way. How do we get back down here then? Mathestra relics. Oh, that's miles away. That's all the way down here. Oh, we've got running simulator on the go now. Got the buff though. Don't mind grabbing the buff. Happy. Hit chance by 3. Oh no, hang on. They've changed this recently, haven't they? Hit chance of spells by 3%. Critical chance of melee and ranged by 2%. Attack power by 20, spell damage by 25, and movement speed by 20. Flipping hell, that's a mouthful. I'll take it though. Free buff is a free buff. To be honest, it's kind of due to the fact that other healers have a huge issue with mana and don't really have AoE healing right now. Oh, okay. Is that where mages are shining? The fact that they can heal like 5 people at once. Okay. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. If there's no other solid AoE healing out there, mass regeneration is clearly going to be OP, isn't it? Yeah. You pop mass regeneration and then you just turret the boss with arcane blast, and you are going to keep literally half the raid alive by yourself. Well, I mean, I guess that's kind of your job, really, isn't it? You take 2 healers, right? If you're taking 2 healers, is it 2 healers? Surely 2 tanks, 2 healers, shitload of DPS. Is that the comp? I guess. If you're one of 2 healers, I guess that makes sense. Even a 30% mount at level 20 would have been great for Season of Discovery. Yeah, but think how good it's going to feel once we hit 40 to get your mount and to be able to just blast places. You know, delayed gratification is worth something. I don't disagree. Moving faster is always better. But we haven't really got... Once you've finished questing, you haven't really got anywhere to go. So, flight paths will get you most of the way either way. I agree, though. A little cheeky... Well, I mean, the world buff kind of does that, right? It gives you 20% movement speed for 2 hours. It's a happy medium. I'll take it. Right, running simulator, off we go. Do I, before we inevitably run away, are we going to be back to Albadine anytime soon? I'm just thinking whether we pick up these raid quests. Nah, I mean, if we go do the raid, we'll be so close to these anyway. We'll pick them up later. We need the space in our quest log, I reckon. I can't wait for bots to somehow remove in-game vendors and sell mounts at 1000% normal cost. Just wait, you'll see. It's it always interests me just how broken this game is, even though it's 20 years old, or the best part of 20 years old. Yet there are still bugs and exploits in it from when it launched many moons ago. Even in these, you know, the bugs have just been copy pasted every time they've relaunched it. I find it quite funny that how is it not somebody's job to go through and say, right, make changes in the base version of the game and update the base version of the game, so when they launch a new game mode, they don't copy paste the same 20-year-old bugs. I mean, how is that? How can somebody put together this entire world but not figure out how to, you know, how to replace a line of code permanently? I don't get it. I don't get it. It's just like in retail, the flipping transmute exploit that existed in 10.0 that they copy pasted into 10.1. It's just like, you morons. You could have seen it coming a mile off. They were like literally told. But no. Am I still salty about Dracothists? Maybe. Maybe. I don't get salty, it's not my style. I just get passionate with a touch of savouriness. Maybe that's what... That's a t-shirt right there. That's a t-shirt right there. Instead of like, I'm salty. Passionately savoury. That's a t-shirt idea right there. I'm passionately savoury. How do I... Can I... Why didn't I just take the bridge? There's me trying to parkour hardcore across a branch. There's a bridge right here. I amuse myself sometimes. Oh, big monies! Cash monies! Choose my reward. Neither of these apply to me in any way, shape or form. Which one has the most juice in it? Vendors for 14, disenchant chance 18. Vendors for 17, disenchants for 18. It's not really worth risking the disenchant on this, is there, to be honest? But we'll do it anyway for the gamba. No! 2 strange dust. We lose. Wow, we went from 17 silver down to 4. Fuck me. Why did I choose to take disenchanting? Sorry, enchanting. But with some disenchantments. Passionately salty or heart attack adjacent? I like heart attack adjacent. That's a good one. Inside the cave, he starts an escort quest. If he's not here, somebody's already escorting him. Wait until he respawns. Turn in a lost master. Escape through force. Volcor will help you fight your way to the road. You'll be attacked by multiple groups of enemies along the way. This quest rewards much more experience than the stealth option. Yeah, see, this is how I remember this. I remember that there was 2 options to this, and there's one that's definitely better than the other. Now I guess we wait for him to come back then. Somebody's already doing escort business. I think you only actually have to walk to the road here. I don't think this is a long escort quest, so I think the respawn should be pretty rapid, I hope. Let's keep ourselves busy. Let's make some food while we wait. Craft some bolts, maybe? Wool cloth, linen cloth. Maybe craft these into bolts. How are we doing with first aid? Oh, I need to go level first aid. I need to pick up wool bandages. That's what I meant to do. Somebody remind me next time I'm in a capital city to go learn first aid. Because I'll forget. Where is this fella? Is he coming? Is he coming? Is he coming? Is he coming? Apparently not. there anything we can even pew-pew out here? Keep ourselves engaged somehow? Ooh, that bonus 25 spell power. Yummy. Hang on, the last thing I want is somebody to ninja the dude when he respawns. We got fellas waiting, clearly. There he is! Go! Go, go, Gadget, go!
Oh, sorry, adventurer. Now's not a good time. I hope you understand.
Escape through force. Go.
Terenth has found someone to help me. And look, a Moonstalker cloak.
Can I...
Thank you, adventurer.
No.
The
Okay.
furbogs wounded me before I managed to evade them. Give me a moment, and I should be fine to talk some. All right, adventurer. Force it is. Let's get out of here as soon as you're ready. We'll fight our way down to the road.
Mystic
Grim
Wool
Claws will
is.
still be there. Once
Hello.
there, we can part ways. Terenthus
Plus
will
6
want to
spirit.
hear your version of the story immediately. So
Pretty
head
trash,
to
eh?
Goldmaking after we make
Pretty
it
trash.
out of here.
I might actually already have... I've got 137 strange dust just from DEing random greens on my route. That might already be enough to level up some way with enchanting. This was kind of my plan of taking enchanting nice and early. Any like random stray greens we pick up that are not worth putting on the auction house, instead of just straight vendoring them, sometimes they're worth more to disenchant, but I have started to notice already that clearly spirit dust? What's it called? Strange dust, sorry, is worth so little currently that it's actually even still worth vendoring a lot of the greens already. I mean, why would you turn down guaranteed gold? Banana.
Greetings.
Have a buff. Beautiful. The sleeper has awakened. Right, let's go. Now we're at the sort of 20-ish quest mark, and we're starting to have green quests that would under normal circumstances give us experience. It's converting quite nicely into gold, you know. Can anybody remember what we started the stream on today? It was like 15 gold or something. We're up to 30 gold now. Now I know it's so silly, right? I'm making a song and dance out of making like 7-8 gold an hour, but like it's actually not terrible as far as classic's concerned. Talk to this dude. If he's not here, somebody's escorting him. Wait for him to respawn. It can take a long time, so if you don't want to wait, skip the quest and go grind for a bit, make up for it later. Oh, I don't need to grind anything. I want to complete the quest. Okay. Just need to make sure we don't miss the opportunity. Can we nuke anything? What are these? Vendor 3 and a bit. Disenchant has a chance of more. I'm not sure I totally trust. Yeah, see, 2 strange dust was barely break even. What are these? Vendor sell price, elixir of water breathing. Oh, alchemists make those. Interesting. I want to pick up alchemy. I feel weird not having alchemy. Especially in vanilla.
May the stars guide you.
Right, you're going to take days, aren't you? Rest our legs for 2 minutes. I've been sat at about 27 gold every time I see a farm that looks good. Bots have already beat me to it. At this point, I'm just about to go tank, pally, and AoE farm for vendor gold. It's, if you are, I tend to think if you are chasing farms, this is usually the way, right? This is why I've never been too much into farming. If you're the one that's going out there actively looking for the farms, if you've got the intelligence, no, that's not fair. If you've got the gaming know-how to find the farms that other people are not doing, it's got nothing to do with intelligence. It's just game knowledge. If you can find something that others aren't doing, you'll be able to do it and make bank. But if you rely on, you know, streamers, YouTubers, that sort of stuff to find out what to go and farm, just take a look at how many views said video or how many concurrent viewers said streamer has at the time, and you'll very quickly realize that by the time it's public, it's, you know, if the bots haven't got to it, other players already have. This has always been my thing with farming. It's when it's good, it's really good, but most of the time it's tragic. So
Moon River, but I decided to stop here and take a short nap.
That's why I much
Ever
prefer
since
things
I
like
awoke from
crafting.
the Emerald Dream, I've been so sleepy that. Would you mind showing me the way?
As long as
I
your
understand
expectations
that
are
mice
such
coast
that
south
you.
here,
Does
along
he
the
follow
road
me
to
actually?
Ashenvale. It can be dangerous.
Oh, he
so
does.
I hope you have some friends that will join us. Lastly,
Click on his
I may
chest. Oh my
fall
god, I nearly
asleep,
ran
so
away
if you
without
ever need to wake me,
clicking the chest.
Please use my horn. You'll find it in the chest here.
Me dum me follow Zug Zug for free lug lug. I mean, my best tactic, obviously it doesn't work particularly well with Classic right now, although it actually might, considering Vanilla's still vanilla, right? Is just look for videos that are 6 months old. 6-month-old videos are going to give you some gems that you can go and do that by this point absolutely nobody else is paying any attention to whatsoever. If you can if you can, like I said, the way that farms make gold generally is by doing what other people are not doing. It's kind of why the second something goes public is probably the least obvious time to go and actually do it, if that makes sense. Generally much better to do something that was publicized a while ago, but now people will have either done or moved on from or forgotten about, or all of the above. Now I really need to make sure I pay attention to when this dude falls asleep. Like he's about to do now. No? Is he? Is he falling asleep? What's he doing? He's just on a go slow. What the fucking hell's he doing? Keep up. I mean, for this first initial phase, I tend to think that people should be able to get about 100 gold without much issues. Enough to get, you know, their level 40 mount kind of like banked ready. That is obviously assuming that they're not going out there spending, you know, all their gold on BOEs. That sort of value should be quite easily achievable just by running through and, you know, killing quests. I do think that those players that do that, though, will very quickly run out of ideas how to make more gold than that. Because most players, let's be real, are not particularly willing to just grind mobs for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours for, you know, very small quantities of gold. Hence why bots are doing so well, unfortunately. But bots are the plague. The best way you can stop bots, though, is stop people from buying it. Bots will do what bots will do. But as soon as bots have no customers, there's very little reason for them to continue. Whoa, 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 where'd he go? Where'd he go? No. Oh, I got fucked. I've been phased and it's broken me. No. Oh, I watched him disappear in front of my eyes. How am I meant to escort him into Ashenvale if I'm going to get phased? Ow, flipping hell. Right then. I guess we don't do that quest then? Okay. Skip. God damn. I should have realised that was going to happen, shouldn't I? I should have checked to see whether the battle was up before picking up the quest, but I didn't think. I ran in circles farming the book to turn in for a quest that I didn't have to, for a quest I didn't have to do the escort quest for. I've just balls that up. That's kind of annoyed me. Arguably, we probably should just do the battle now, though. If we come across some chaos, we might join in. "55 minutes remaining." Doesn't that mean that it's only just started? I think it does, right? Isn't it? It doesn't only last an hour, or up to an hour. Can I... Oh, I can turn this in anyway. Okay, sure.
Well met. For the Alliance. If you don't mind my saying, you seem a bit well equipped for a messenger, HM. I suppose Balthul wanted to be certain that his letter
HM.
Let's see what he has to say. This is disturbing news. When undead or demonic forces are found, I help the Sentinels destroy them. At first, I was unaccustomed to the manners of the Night Elves, but I have grown to respect them greatly as allies. Balthul's letter is dire. This cult of the Dark Strand is a thorn in my side that must be removed. I have been dealing with some of the Dark Strand scum northeast of here at Ordal Aaron. One of their number possesses a soul gem that I believe holds the secret to the cult's power. Bring it to me, and I will be able to decipher the secrets held within.
Bring you a gem. Aye, aye, Captain. Okay.
There is a plant that once grew in the old ruins of Bathran's haunt to the north. The plant was called Bathran's hair and was known to cure ailments of the spirit. There is a sick child in the village, and I believe it is more than just a physical illness. Will you go to Bathran's haunt and search it for Bathran's hair? I may need it to properly treat the child. Bathran's haunt lies north of Maestra's post.
Okay, so
South of the border
Bathran's
to
hair
Darkshore.
cures crazy. Got it. Sure. Okay. Noted. Let's grab some soul gems, I guess. I should really pay attention to how this event works. Should we just go and see what the hell's going on with this event? People are complaining that they need more at Shredder, apparently. Shredder needs more. Which is like here, right? Horde Shredder base. Should we go, go cast our healing capabilities? No, I'm good. Hope the charm gets better. Go farm some strange dust now. That's how it feels, yeah. Nah, you're right. We'll carry on. We'll carry on carrying on. Not a single person here wants to give me an invite. So nearly dead. Not even funny. Do I not have raid frames in any way, shape or form? Oops. Options. This is probably not the time to be doing this. Clearly not the time to be doing this. Interface. Where's use? Oh, use raid frames is on. Okay. Hasn't he got like mad heals on him? What's going on here? I don't know what the flipping hell's going on here. I'm out of my depth. I've got no clue what's going on. Boom, headshot. Isn't he immune? Look at his buffs. I mean, he doesn't look like it. Seems to be Lagosaurus though, mind. Like, okay, sure. Sure. Let's go undead ourselves and then see what the hell's going on. Tell you what, the corpse one is tragic. Holy shit. This alone would make me want to not bother. Alliance Keepers of the Grove remaining 0 out of 3. There's 1 Horde Blade Master remaining. So Horde are clearly absolutely owning our ass right now. Can you tell I've not paid any attention to this PvP event? Is that obvious? Is that easy to tell? It's been bugging out all day for me. I saw so many people so early on say that it was a complete clusterfuck of chaos that it's just I actively avoid that sort of chaos. Keeps resetting to 3 out of 3, then you can't kill the final boss. That's going to be that's a layering thing, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's layering that's causing that. Probably because once you drop, then everybody dips, and if there's not enough people on a shard, it's going to layer. I don't know exactly how it works, but. Hello? I can't even revive. Oh, no, thinking about it. I mean, either I get an invite or I'm just going to go continue doing my thing. 'Cause this is laggy as ass. Okay, let's go. Fuck that graveyard walk, though. Yeah, I'm not about that life. I think I'll go about my day. I'll go about my day like normal. I'm good, thanks. Oh, that doesn't fill you with confidence, does it? Looking for BFD, last 2 bosses, 2 tanks needed. Somebody, that smells like a rage quit moment. Right, let's go get us a glowing soul gem. Let's get so let's finish some quests instead. Far more stress-free. Kill Dark Strand enemies. It has a low chance. I remember it wasn't that bad. Oh, actually, what I also do remember is let's put flipping Living Flame back on the legs. Not that I actually particularly use it right now, but just because I might. Clear cast, quick, go! Oh, you stupid paladin. I have this constant battle with them, like with World of Warcraft generally, that I know it's an MMO, and I know that playing with others is kind of meant to be the done thing. But there is still part of me that just gets frustrated every time. And it's partly due to my own incompetence. I'm not laying blame on anybody else here, but it's kind of it's why I tend to lean mostly towards the solo-esque style of play. I could learn how the PvP works and try and put groups together and all that sort of stuff, but it's just too much like hard work. Rather just stroll around, kill a few things here or there, loot a few things here or there, make some coin here or there. We'll be good. No reason to do the hard work when you can just sit in Ashenvale and get credit for the rep anyway. Yeah, I ran through here the other day on my Hunter with no idea that the event was even on, and got a bunch of rep out of nowhere. So I was like, oh, okay, I can technically AFK this. Interesting. Hang on, I should probably put a self-heal on if I'm honest. The auction house is playing with others, technically. True. True. I'm the #1 advocate for promoting the fact that playing the auction house is just as PvP as doing Battlegrounds. You're competing against others, just on in a different way. Very true. They who sells cheapest tends to win. So do what you can to be the cheapest, and you set yourself in good standing. Don't always need to be the cheapest, but it does help. It's like, oh god, it sounds like those TikTokers, doesn't it? Those TikTok advice gurus. Money doesn't buy happiness, but it definitely helps. You're like, alright, sure. I'd be a lot happy if I'd be a lot happy if I was employed, not living on the streets. I'm not living on the street, by the way. I'm fine. Oh dear, right manner. Hey, there's our glowing gem. Beautiful. We should probably mana up, shouldn't we? We should be a sensible mage. Click plant bundles. They look like small piles of grey straw on the ground in this area. They respawn relatively quickly. If you have trouble seeing them, reduce ground. I love that. Even Zygor's telling you turn down your graphic settings and you'll be able to see them easier. Genius. I remember this one. It's these little bags here. Look. Arguably shouldn't have too much problems. Are these guys going to aggro me? They probably are. 1. There's 1. 2. There's 1. It's not spotting these things that's the problem. I remember with this one, it's the respawns are pretty violent over here. These mobs will respawn like right on top of you. 3. We need 5, so 2 more. None by these walls. I used to remember there being some by the walls. What? The sleeper awakened has failed? What? Who? What we do? What? Who? Escort the dude to somewhere. Oh, well, that flipping failed ages ago. Goddamn game. That's the escort quest that went horribly wrong. How did it take that long to fail, by the way? That's... that was 20 minutes ago. Stupid game. I need 1 more hairy sack. Where on a Wednesday evening can I find a hairy sack? Come to me. The NPC was probably sat mid-walk at a checkpoint waiting. You're probably right, he'd probably fallen asleep. And I probably just needed to wake him up, but didn't. What are you gonna do? Oh, come on. I need 1 more. There's not one lurking around here somewhere. Oh, hello. There we go. Yoink. Is that 5? That's 5. Let's get out of here. Paladin looks quite fun, you know. I know people meme on Paladin for just being an auto attack Andy, but Paladin looks quite fun. Maybe it's the leveling of Paladin that's gross. Who's got a Paladin here? Somebody must have a Paladin. Is it the leveling of it that's gross, or is it genuinely just auto attack Andy? I need a tank. My mage can be my healer. My hunter is obviously my DPS. I need a tank, and it's arguably between warrior and paladin. I found rep pretty fun, but prot boring. Prot I can understand being a touch boring at this point. You get consecration, right? Consecration's good for AoE, but Prot was just very mana intensive. Yeah, I guess that's the issue, isn't it, really? When you're melee, but you're also still casting spells. No tank wants to have downtime drinking. That just feels weird, yeah. But then again, you know, warrior's the same. A warrior's not just rage starved this early in the game. Surely they must be, right? Probably why there's no goddamn tanks anywhere. Because it's too much like hard work for people.
Ah, you have the hair. Now I will mix a cure for the child and pray my concoction works. And Forsaken are at Bathron's haunt. Very troubling to hear, that is. Very troubling indeed. Adventurer, I have created a cure that I believe will help the afflicted child. Take it to Astranar and give it to the child's parent, Helturus Whitemoon. To reach Astranar, follow the road south, then east.
Some dark magic enchants this soulstone. Let's see what's trapped inside, shall we? Ilkrud Magthrul. Yes, I have knowledge of him. He is a powerful orc warlock that makes his residence at the Fire Scar Shrine, a place of great evil in southwestern Ashenvale.
Shamans, yeah, I've heard shamans are just in a bad place generally.
It seems that his time has come.
But equally, once again, this is why Alliance is bis in early Classic, because Paladins do good, Shamans do not. So, I mean, this for anybody that has played World of Warcraft for any, or has any experience with Classic / Vanilla, kind of knows that, I think. That Shamans just don't do very well in the early stages. Compared to Paladins, anyway. Paladins don't exactly, it's not exactly a walk in the park, but it gets better at higher levels, but Shaman tanks are actually really good with high AoE threat and block. As for the other specs, yeah, they're one of the, you know, they're one of the kind of like the weird discovery specs, aren't they? I think most of those oddball specs, mage, healer, warlock, tank, like most of those, I think they've deliberately made them quite strong. Which makes sense, you know, people are going to beeline towards playing these odd specs that are new.
Ah, the great outdoors.
Hearth? Are we not picking up this quest? There's a quest here, surely. Why are we not picking up this quest? Because it's a level 30 quest. Maybe that's why. Are you sure we don't want to pick up this quest? What is it? What is it?
And much effort into driving the remaining demons from the Fellwood to the north, our successes have been few. We have been able to keep much of the demonic presence from Ashenvale. To the north, near the Fellwood border, the ruined shrine of Melthandris has been overtaken by mysterious wolfmen. Their chilling calls have led the area to be known as the Howling Vale. The tome of Melthandris kept at the shrine may shed some light on why these wolfmen have come.
I mean, that can't be that problematic, right? Let's take the quest anyway. That Hearthstone seems entirely pointless. If this was retail, I'd press the button now, but this distance, we just run this distance. This is fine. Not going to waste a Hearthstone for going 20 yards. After playing Holy Paladin for 16 years, who has pretty much no mana issues, going after 5 to 6 spells is kind of annoying. This is life at 25, isn't it, though? Life at 25 was never going to be pretty. But I do, yeah, I kind of get it. And this is why I understand the crossover from retail to classic is like quite a jarring one for some people. If you've got no knowledge of classic and you come from retail, I'm not using your exact scenario here, I'm talking a little bit more generally, but you know, with the hype of Season of Discovery, if you've mostly been a retail player where resource management is far less of a thing. It's a thing, sure. There are definitely some classes where you have like gainers and spenders, but for the most part, you don't care. Right? You've got to do something real loopy to go to run out of resource in retail. To come to classic where you can literally like press 3 buttons and be is like, oh shit, okay. I can't wait until people have to figure out down ranking properly. I can't think of any specific examples off the top of my head, but I know down ranking becomes really imperative to understand later on, or people just go within seconds. Where you use a spell for its utility and not for its like damage or something. I don't know, Frostbolt's probably a good example of this, I would imagine. Surely you use like rank 1 of Frostbolt just because it has the movement, it has the slow, right? But you don't want to be you don't want to be using like top level Frostbolt, because it is, what have we got here? Frostbolt rank 4, 2.6 second cast and 65 mana. Whereas Frostbolt rank 1 is a 1.5 second cast and only uses 25 mana. But it's still going to apply the slow. So if you use a spell for its utility, you downrank it. That's going to throw... That's going to be like... Some people, that's going to just like slap them in the face. Like, what are you talking about? What do you mean downrank your spells?
What brings you here? There is evil lurking on our northwestern coast, known as the Zoram Strand. It is the resting place of the doomed city of Zoram, destroyed during the Sundering and submerged beneath the seas. It has been lost to the Night Elves for ages, lost and nearly forgotten. Now the Naga have returned, and for what reason we do not know, but reason matters little. We must slay these fiends and throw them back to the depths. Return to me when your mission is complete. Farewell.
Paladins in vanilla basically always use rank 1 Flash of Light because it gets the full spell coefficient and it's cheap. Yeah, see, there you go. So that's one of those things that if you know, you know, kind of thing. One of the advantages of just knowing the game inside out. But it's clearly a thing.
Oh, hello, adventurer. You seem to be full of wanderlust by the looks of you. Have you been to the Stone Talon Mountains? It is a land plagued by the Venture Company and other
haven't yet,
enemies
no.
of the Night Elves.
I guess we're going there now.
Recently, Sentinel Wolfrunner sent my friend Kayla Shadowspear there to investigate what's happening to the land. But I have yet to hear word back from her. I'm even more concerned because the Alliance sent a gnome mage along with her. A sign of trouble for sure. Would you find her and report back to me? Good luck.
Okie dokie. What's this? Journey to Stone Talon Peak? You're not going to give me a quest. Oh, you are going to give me a quest.
To travel. To the south, not far from Mistral Lake, there lies a tunnel named the Talon Deep Path. Through this tunnel you will come to an area known as Windshear Crag in the Stone Talon Mountains. Once there, journey to the southwest past Cragpool Lake and then north, up the steep slope until you reach Stone Talon Peak. There awaits Keeper Albagorm. Heed his bidding person. The journey will be perilous.
Aye, aye, Roger.
I know these forests as if they were a part of me, but know that there is still much to be learned from them and much danger still hidden.
Whoa.
Adventurer, a longtime friend of mine, is also aiding the Sentinels here in Ashenvale, but he has yet to return.
Cool.
He
Are we picking up Culling the Threat? Why are we not picking up Culling the Threat? Okay, this is another one of the fact that I'm following the guide, but I'm also trying to pick up other quests where necessary. Although I have no spare quests.
The gem was being held there before it was overrun. Find my friend, adventurer, please.
This is from Orendil. His skill with herbs and healing is great. This cure gives me hope, when before I had little... I had hoped Orendil's cure would save Raylara, but I fear it only slowed the disease running through my child. We must find more powerful medicine. Thankfully, Orendil spoke to me of further remedies to try should his first one fail. Elun's tear is a type of stone that rests in only one place, the isle on Iris Lake, east of
Why
Estel.
can't I talk to you?
Orendil said the stone
What's
will
going
wash
on?
away corruption. Please, adventurer, bring me Elun's tear, and pray it will end my child's sickness.
Gotcha. Okay. Right, looks like we're about to embark on a new adventure. Meaning, I think for the evening, boys and girls, I might leave it there. This evening was always going to be a slightly shorter stream. We were streaming earlier today anyway. I've probably played this game already too much today, so I might call it there for the evening. What's the add-on called that voices the quests? I think it's just called voiceover. Voiceover. Literally called voiceover. Voiceover, and you probably want immersion is the other one. Combo the two. Mwah, beautiful. Good experience all round. Anyway, thank you all for joining this evening, boys and girls. Obviously, it may not necessarily be this evening for all of you. It could be earlier in the day. Either way, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow, most likely continuing doing what we're doing right now. Chatting some gold making, chatting some economy, chatting some classic, chatting some retail, just having, general good old discussions. So, thank you all for joining. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good one. Come say hi on Discord. And I'll see you next time. Peace.